Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the next bout of the evening. Once again, live on FlowCombat.com from the Craneway Pavilion. 3 5-minute rounds in the Conquer Flyweight division. Brought to you by West Coast Signs and Banners. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 5 foot 3 inches tall, his official weight 123.3 pounds. An MMA practitioner stepping into the cage for the second time as a professional, looking for victory number 1. He represents Halo MMA, fighting out of Fresno, California, Eugene, the Machine, Cancino. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out the red corner. Standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, his official weight 124.8 pounds. An MMA practitioner making his professional debut here tonight. He represents the American Kickboxing Academy, fighting out of San Jose, California, Mark Climaco! And our referee in charge of the action, Josh Rosenthal.
Gentlemen, be over your instructions.
You think they P-test Josh Rosenthal?
Fight, obey my commands all times. Defend yourself.
He said this is the first
let's do this.
commissioned show that he's gotten to be in.
Since his suspension.
Yes. It's an honor to get to be on a show with him. I took a selfie.
Absolutely. I love
sharing
Josh.
it.
I love Josh Rosenthal. Here we go, guys. Eugene Cancino. This is a flyweight matchup. He is number 52 in California at flyweight, taking on the pro debuting Climaco.
So, Climaco, this is his MMA debut, right? Even though on
No. This is his MMA pro debut.
MMA pro debut.
He is on a 4-fight win streak in MMA, but those are all AMI bouts. And he's taken down quickly there. And the black trunks with the white trim, the Valley Tudo shorts, belong to Eugene the Machine Cancino. And the black trunks with the yellow trim on the bottom belong to Mark Climaco. Climaco now getting back to his feet, trying to get that leg out of there, hanging onto it tightly is Cancino. Both guys very quick at this weight, 125 pounds. Looking for a guillotine attempt here, it looks like. And giving that up pretty quickly and trying to get back to his feet. It's like he used it, I guess, Leslie, to get to his feet.
Yeah. Sometimes it's actually harder to get chokes on smaller guys because they have smaller necks.
I'll tell you what, though, right now, Cancino's like a pit bull. He won't let go of him. He's like an anaconda, just driving into him, attempting to get him down to the mat. And that takes a lot out of both guys. That almost looked like an illegal knee there.
You think so? I thought he was up. I did not out.
You could be correct, and I'd have to see it again. But
either way,
nice knee.
Yeah, either way, it was a nice knee, and it changed the pace of the fight. I was thinking that Cancino was having the momentum going in his way because he just was holding on and posing as well, but that knee separated them and made him take a breath.
Absolutely, and it stopped him from that pit bull-like attack of trying to get Climaco down to the canvas. And he shoots again. Attempting a sprawl was Climaco, but it failed. And on the second attempt, and sometimes that's what it takes, that second drive, and you talked about that at Conquer 3, is what really gets him. And now he's got a guillotine attempt. Does
that
Cancino.
Looks like it is in deep, and I like the way that he is bending it, although.
Rosenthal trying to get a better look. There is no arm in here at all.
So what Climaco needs to do is he needs to pass. As soon as he passes, then he no longer has the leverage that it takes to finish off a choke like that.
And if he can't finish, Cancino, how tired are his arms going to be?
It depends on if he's using his strength or if he's using his technique. Or a combo of them both.
2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this first round. I can't believe that he just kind of let go of that attempt. And maybe, like he said, he didn't want to wear out his arms. He said, hey, I don't have him. There's no reason for me to sit here and waste my arm energy. I'll just let him out and be confident from my ground game that I can get up and get out from underneath him. Right now, he has not been able to do that. Climaco in control. Now he's going to look to get back to his feet, and again, Climaco holds him down.
He's in a
That's
dangerous
an illegal
spot
knee.
right there. I don't think it actually hit his head, but if he had stood up right there, he was.
Look at this. From a triangle to an, I can't tell if he's an arm bar here. Looked like he was going to do a triangle from the top. He switched it to an arm bar. Climaco got out of that, and now he is in the closed guard of Eugene Cancino.
This is an exciting fight. Even if it's moving too fast for me to evaluate everything that's going on and speak intelligently about it.
Who's winning the round? How about that?
I am going to have to say that it's Climaco. Once he got that knee, it changed everything, and he's really been imposing his will since then.
Absolutely. He's been on top most of the second half of this round, a little more than second half.
But it's still a competitive fight. It's not a blowout by any means.
Not at all. But right here, it's good. He's creating the separation. He's landing shots.
Man, I really like the way Climaco is holding onto the back of the head of Eugene Cancino. It makes it really hard to lift up your head and to do anything. And when your head, when you're on the ground, is taking all that pressure, you can't move. If your hips are higher than your head, you just don't have any leverage. Right there, that's where he doesn't want to stand up.
I'll tell you what he was doing. He was waiting for him to stand up so he could land a knee. And what you learn in wrestling and jiu-jitsu and any combat sport is your body follows your head. So where your head goes, your body's going to go. So if he's pushing that head into the mat, that's where your body's stuck going as well. So as you said, very smart tactic there, holding the head down. But back on his feet is Cancino. And he's going to need to do something here to try to punctuate this round because, as you said, it looks as though he may have lost this round to Climaco just on pure ride time, if nothing else. 10 seconds. Climaco lands a left.
Let's see how exciting this last 10 seconds can be. Okay, they were smart. They were smart. Sometimes it's smarter to go like that. I tend to get excited about the last 10 seconds because I'm like, I got a whole minute to recover. If I'm in here and they clip me, I'm going to be able to recover, so I'm just going to go for it anyway. But I think Climaco knew that he already had the round, and Cancino maybe was waiting for the recovery time so he could come out strong in the next round.
And Mike Placencia was doing an interview back there. They didn't let us know. We apologize for talking over the top of him. I hope it's over. We can't hear it. That being said, this will be round number 2, Climaco Cancino. And it's funny to note, or interesting to note rather, I should say, is that Climaco said he wanted to keep this fight on the feet, but he won that round on the ground, in my opinion. Although, as you said, he set it up with the knee, which stopped the bulldog-like effect.
Oh, did you see that shin to the forehead?
Absolutely, but then when Climaco spun around, a nice right hand from Cancino, and the machine needs to bounce back here, as we both believe that Climaco was up 1-0. Climaco, as I said, also a professional Muay Thai fighter. So look for some more kicks to be coming. Man, are those punches crisp there.
I think Cancino needs to turn this back into a brawl again. I think that when he was the one pushing forward, brawling.
And he's right in front of you, and it sounds like he heard you, Leslie.
Nice takedown.
Shoots the double leg, and he's got Climaco up against the cage. Climaco trying to stop this from being a completed takedown. But like a pit bull is Eugene Cancino just driving Climaco into the cage, trying to finish this takedown.
Cancino needs to suck those legs out to get Climaco right back on his butt.
Moved up to the waist. Climaco's on his feet. He's going to pommel underneath, spins him around, and now he has Cancino up against the cage, and they are right in front of us. Look for some knees here, and there they are from Climaco. Couple of dirty boxing shots there from Cancino, but he ate 2 hard left hands from Mark Climaco.
Cancino was actually using a Muay Thai technique there, how he had his knee up the middle trying to hold Climaco away from him.
Absolutely. I tell you though, Climaco did a great job fighting off that takedown because it looked like it was all but over there as far as the takedown was concerned. And Climaco was able to stay, use that right arm to post, and he was able to stay on his feet.
It did. I'd love to see Cancino next time he gets a takedown up against the cage like that, because that's the exact same setup that he had in the first round. Was he got him down. I'd like to see him suck out the lower half of Climaco away from the cage, and then figure for those legs so that he can't get any leverage to stand up again. Ooh, I heard?
Ooh, big uppercut, big knee. Climaco unloading with the strikes. Josh Rosenthal taking a close look. Climaco in that exchange, Leslie, he landed an uppercut, a couple of rights to left, and a nice knee as well to the face.
And all of them were punctuated by the sound of leather hitting
skin and bone. And nice job here by Climaco. He's got to have a little wrestling background. He's got that leg trapped. And now he's just unloading. Rosenthal taking a very close look here. Cancino needs to do something to show that he's intelligently defending himself, because Rosenthal has already shown tonight that he will stop a fight if he thinks a fighter is in trouble. We've seen some great hands here from Climaco. We've seen great hands throughout the night. Joaquin Lopez had some crazy hands. We saw Steve Gruber's crazy hands, and now some nice crisp striking from Mark Climaco, who is, of course, a pro Muay Thai fighter as well, but right now controlling the back and the posture. What can happen here for Cancino for him to get out of this, Leslie?
Well, he's up against the cage. I'd like to see him use the cage to scrape Climaco off of him. But I think he's actually being somewhat smart right now. How he's, whenever Climaco's hands are coming inside, he's clamping down on them with his elbows, which prevents him from being able to hit him. Right now, his neck is not in danger. He's not taking punches. He's able to catch his breath. That was good. It was smart. Nice switch. And
I'll tell you, the story of this fight for a guy who said he wanted to keep it on his feet is his ability to control Cancino on the ground, and that is what is winning this fight for Climaco. Although we did see the first knee in the first round, and of course we saw this tremendous striking display here just moments ago from Climaco. But truthfully, Leslie, I think his ability to control Cancino on the ground is what's winning him this fight.
Yes, I'm going to agree with you there.
Man, you say that a lot.
No, I think you just think so.
And I think it frustrates you. It's like acid coming out of your mouth when you have to say that.
It's been a long time since that happened.
Conquer 4, Jim Cooley, Leslie Smith, bringing you all the action, competitive fighting sports on the video. We've got Mike Placencia, Fight Mike in the back, bringing interviews. Stacks bringing you interviews. Jeff Houston in the cage. Josh Rosenthal, and we got a great fight on our hands. Mark Climaco, Eugene Cancino. Thanks for joining us on flowcombat.com, where we believe if things stay as they are, Climaco is winning this fight. However, as I say that, Cancino on top.
Yes. He's got 10 seconds, though. I don't know what he can do in 10 seconds to change the pace of this fight.
Half-hearted armbar attempt. I don't think he ever really went for it. I have it 2 rounds to none, Mark Climaco.
I've got it 2 rounds to none. Do you agree with me?
Wow. That was manipulative. Yes, I agree with you. Oh, it's going to be a great night. Coming up next, JT Donaldson and Matt Wagey are going to get it on. Don't forget, co-main event of the evening, Rodrigo Lima, Sean Bunch, bantamweight title on the line, the inaugural Conquer bantamweight title. And I misspoke earlier, not the flyweight title, but the featherweight title on the line in the main event. Jeremiah Labiano taking on Steven Cervantes, but don't forget, the grudge matches here. Fard Muhammad, Winston Ramos, double DQ last time. They'll get it on tonight. Winston Ramos has fought an MMA bout, a professional MMA bout, but somehow still makes his debut here tonight because we had a no contest.
We've got another sailboat passing us outdoors.
I got to tell you guys at home, we are literally on the ocean. We walk out this back door, we're in the water. It's picture windows all across. I'm sure you can see it on camera. And man, is it beautiful here in Richmond, California at the Craneway Pavilion. Eugene Cancino has his work cut out for him, Leslie. He is, at least unofficially, in our opinion, down 2 rounds to none. Might need a finish here to win, or at least a 10-8 round to push for a draw. Or perhaps the judges have seen it differently than we have.
It's always possible.
Black trunks with the white trim for Cancino. Black trunks with the yellow trim for Mark Climaco. Round number 3 underway.
I think Cancino needs to turn it into a brawl.
How can he do that at this point, Leslie, with the momentum clearly in the corner of Climaco, and he's turned it into a technical fight? What can he do to make this gritty and grimy, which is what you think he needs to do?
He's got to be the one pushing forward, just like that, so that it takes away the time for Climaco to take his time and pick his shots. When he's pushing forward and attacking the legs, attacking up top, changing levels, faking that takedown, and then landing stuff up top, that's how he's going to be able to put the pressure on Cancino and take away the time for him to really keep the beauty inside of his strikes. Right now, I feel like Climaco is being able to keep his strikes really nice and pretty. He's got a lot of time to set everything up and look for the openings that he wants to use.
Absolutely, and so far in this third round here, we've seen a couple of leg kicks from Cancino. We've seen a nice right hand land. We've seen a body kick. Cancino landing the more significant strikes in this third stanza, but it could be a little too late unless he can really explode here on Mark Climaco. And man, did he come out explosive in that first round. He needs to recapture that, as you said, Leslie, and just really start becoming that pit bull again and driving forward, and not one or two punches at a time, but way more, and as you said, change levels and all that. But right now, Climaco doing a very good job, foot movement, head movement, not really letting Cancino establish that attack.
Nope, he's not. It's interesting because Climaco's the one who's doing more movement. Climaco's the one who's moving around on the, well, they just switched, but Climaco earlier was the one who was using the perimeter of the cage.
And there he ducked that head kick and landed a nice outside leg kick, and you could hear the slap. And you can see the redness on the left thigh or quadricep. Near his hamstring, actually. They're both sides, inside and outside, on Eugene Cancino, are red and tender from the leg kicks of Mark Climaco. When you're fighting a Muay Thai guy, that's going to happen, obviously. Rosenthal's getting a workout. These guys are moving all over the cage. They're using every inch of this cage. My good buddy Josh Rosenthal could use a workout.
You know, it's
I'm not afraid to say that.
I got to talk to Josh earlier, and he said that one of the reasons that he got into reffing in the first place is he watched a friend of his just get hurt inside the cage. The ref didn't stop it when he needed to, and so it's pretty nice to know that the ref is right there, and his main goal is to keep the fighter safe, and so he's getting a workout, but it's for the right reasons.
Climaco counterpunching there. And this might be a good time to let you guys know, don't forget, November 11th, 2017, 11/11/17, Conquer 5 comes your way from right here at the Craneway Pavilion. We will be back live on Flow Combat, myself and Leslie Smith, along with the rest of the Conquer team. That is November 11th, 2017. Keep your eyes peeled on Flow Combat. Should be another tremendous night. And we are watching a good fight here as they exchange shots. Both of them landing few punches. Not a lot of punches and bunches. No one's really throwing a lot of combinations. And Climaco, other than the leg kicks, is mostly counter punching. But the leg kicks he's attacking.
Cancino's doing a good job of using feints. He's using feints so that he's not just using up all his energy throwing big things out. Feints are drawing Climaco out.
Pretty good right hand landed there for Cancino, the machine. Both these guys in great shape. They're both bouncing around toward the end of this final round. Neither one of them had any issues with gas tonight, for sure. The story of this fight, in my opinion, was Climaco's control on the ground, as I said earlier. This entire round has been spent on the feet, and not a lot of damage from either guy.
It's a very even round. I'd say Cancino has regained all of his composure and some.
Down they go. Climaco ends up on top. Kimura attempt is thwarted and given up on by Cancino. And I'll tell you what, I think that Climaco just put the final punctuation mark on what was a beautiful fight for him, and in my opinion was a 30-27 victory in his favor. But you never know what the judges at Conquer, or anywhere for that matter.
That's true. You know, I'm wondering if what the corners of Cancino told him were that he should stop going for the takedown because he was not winning once it got to the ground. And that's why he was able to switch things up so it was on the top. So they were focusing on the striking more.
Absolutely, and I apologize, we don't have a replay. Our monitor has shut off on us. So coming up next, JT Donaldson taking on Matt Wagey in what should be a great fight, the Grandma's boy. Also a Team Black prodigy.
I know Amelia is at home watching JT Donaldson.
Yes, and she actually said to tell you hi.
Oh, nice.
I got a text message from her mom, Robbie Shakespeare, earlier on saying, tell Leslie that Amelia's watching, and she says hello.
Well, hello to you, Amelia, and I'm sure that JT is going to fight extra hard knowing that you've got your eyes on him right now.
Amelia Fierce Shakespeare is a great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner in her own right, and also all around California singing the national anthem at a lot of these fights. A very talented young girl.
She's also a judo practitioner. I think she recently went out to Japan to go train judo for a week or so.
What if you had trained judo and jiu-jitsu at that age?
Oh my gosh, I didn't start anything until I was 25 years old.
I couldn't believe that when you told me that. 25 years old, how old are you now?
I'm 34.
And you're already in the UFC. What can I say?
You know, if I had my choice out of everything, yes, I would have loved to have done jiu-jitsu when I was younger, but I think that I would have preferred at this point to have a wrestling as something that I started when I was 6 years old, because when you wrestle, you get to choose if you want it to be standing up or on the ground.
Absolutely. As we await the official decision, thank you for joining us on flowcombat.com. I want to send a shout out to Harley Davidson of Oakland for always supporting Conquer Fighting. Tree Crew is in the building. Fusion. Of course, a shout out to Tyson Griffin, always supporting Flow Combat. Let us use his gym yesterday for the weigh-ins out there in Albany, California.
If we're doing shout outs, I'd like to mention Action Pros.
Actually, I was doing shout outs.
Oh.
But you go ahead and do a shout out.
No, go ahead and can you
No, go ahead. You better hurry because here comes Jeff
me?
Houston. The official decision is in. Leslie Smith will have to give her shout out after that. Let's send it up to Jeff Houston to find out who won this action-packed bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone the full 3 rounds, and here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Brent Philippi and Wade Vieira scored about 30-27. Brendan Salcedo scores about 29-28 to the winner by unanimous decision from San Jose, California, Mark Climaco.
So just like we thought, 30-27 by most judges. One judge gave a round, probably the 3rd round, to Cancino, and I can't argue with that. Cancino looked good in that round. We had the takedown at the end, but that doesn't necessarily win you the round. So I don't argue with that at all. What was your shout out, Leslie Smith?
Oh, I just wanted to talk about Action Pro Sports. They've got everyone geared up tonight. Everybody's got the gloves on. And the amateur fighters, they all had the shin guards on with the with the Action Pro Sports logo on them. I wear Action Pro Sports gear. It's great stuff, keeps my weapons protected.
I wear BVDs.